Today we're going to talk about, it's extremely hot right now. We broadcast out of the Bay Area, in case you didn't know, so we're going to get through this. We're going to talk about the heat wave here in the Bay, the power shutoffs, going to talk about the air, it's extremely crappy, the new Drake video, Cardi's WAP, the backlash with that, maybe some Trey songs, and we need to get some DM advice too, so that's why we got a special guest on. But first, speaking of our special guest, I connected with her totally organically, 2 weeks ago. She was she's a Bay Area artist, born and bred. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I want to give you a really big intro.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
right.
mean?
You got it.
And I've always followed her on IG, and I really respect her hustle. But I never had a chance to talk to her, and she put me on her IG live, where she showcases new artists, and I had a chance to chime in and just give my thoughts on that, which I totally appreciated. And I just really We do a monthly guesting. We don't even do it every week. And we said, we just wanted to talk to people that we thought were really cool, that we fucked with. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what you come from. Doesn't matter what you do. It's just, we just really liked you as a person. And that's kind of where it came from.
Hey.
And with that said, her name is Miss Vicky. Miss Vicky, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. We're at 110 subscribers. We might have 111 by this point, so we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Can only go up from here, right?
Yeah. First and foremost, let's talk about this heat wave. How has it affected you? Like you? I mean, you're in the city, right?
Yeah, it's been, oh my God. And it's so hot. This is not the right weather for San Francisco. We're used to the foggy, cold, sweater, but this heat, I'm dying.
Do you have AC at your house?
No, we have fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then with fans, it just kind of starts circulating hot air. So you're like, oh my God. Yeah. You just want to lay on the floor.
I don't remember, I've been here 5 years, but I don't remember having this cutoff issue. PG&E issued those cutoffs with the power cutoff and everything like that. Is that a normal thing?
It doesn't really happen often, to be honest. So when you had mentioned it, I was like, oh, that sucks, because it doesn't really happen often.
Yeah.
So that was just that sucks.
Nile, did you get your power cut off? Mine was cut out for
My power was not cut off, but I mean, it still sucked. Dealing with the heat. I moved from Arizona.
Yeah.
And I honestly moved from Arizona to get away from the heat. And then I'm like, yo, what's going on? I might as well stay in Arizona.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, it's not the good thing about. I mean, the beautiful thing about California is that it's not forever. It's for a week here, right?
Well, I mean, to be honest, if you think about it, when you're here in the Bay Area, you have to remember that we have our Indian summers. So our summers are not till August, September, October. So that's really our summer.
And
great. And
even when it's the summer, it's not 120.
Yeah, no. Our summers are 70s, maybe 80s. Yeah. And then when it gets hot, then low key 90s. But I mean, no, our summers are nice. They're tolerable. So.
Before we get into you on the heat wave thing, what did you guys do to escape the heat? For example, I was in the car maybe for 8 hours at a time. I was just driving up and down 101 with the AC.
With your AC?
Yes. I went to San Jose. I went back. I went to Daly City. I went back.
Wow.
Yes. Because my phone, I didn't have any power, so my phone was was dying. So I charged it, and I was like, listen to the radio. You know what I mean? Chill out, relax.
Wow.
Yeah. That's so much gas.
Yeah.
I got a hybrid, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So you only spent $20 driving all around the Bay Area?
Asians, they were economical, bro.
That's insane to me.
40 miles a gallon.
You just blew my mind.
Yeah. How about you guys? How about you guys? You guys do anything? Or you guys actually?
I definitely left the house for sure if I wanted to live. So my wife and I, we walked. We live in Daly City, so it's not as bad as whatever's going on over
Shout out
here.
Ceremony.
Yep.
I'm there all the time.
Great mall. And then
It's closed.
we went to we hung out at this next to this ice cream spot, and it had mist. So
oh, that's nice.
It was nice.
How about you?
I stayed home. You know what? Luckily, my mom had this. She got my kids, because I have 2 kids. So she got my kids this little kid pool. So I had them out there, and every now and then I would dip my body in there and just stay out. I mean, I had to do what I had to do. I'm like, you know what? This is a kid's pool, but
so the pool was for them. I thought it was gonna be for you and your fiance.
Right? No. You know what? At this point, maybe. The kids go to sleep. I'm like, let's go to the pool. But it's honestly, it's really small. It's just literally up to my calves. So.
Sure.
But I mean,
I'd probably drown in that, bro.
That's worth it. That's worth it. That's everybody's pool at that point.
Oh yeah.
Dope. Hey, so let's segue and talk about you. I know a little bit, but I purposely don't want to, dig too deep because I want the audience to get to know you. You're from the Bay Area,
yes,
born and raised. Please, take it away.
Oh yeah, so I was born and raised in San Francisco. So I've been there my whole life, my whole life. But it was, it was fun. I mean, there's certain times because I've lived here for so long that I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of ready to leave. But then there's a part of me that, I love my city. So it's like, you can't hate it if you don't love it, so.
How long have you been in the music game?
The music game, it's been about 3 years now that I've, gone full out career mode into it. But I've been singing almost my whole life. I started when I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. And I used to sing for my church. So I started off with that. And then middle school, I went and joined choir. And my 8th grade year, I actually had gone on a solo. And I was to the song Ain't No Mountain High Enough. So I had the beginning solo for it. And when I did it, I was like, oh, it felt so good that I was like, I think this is what I'm going to do, So then just going into high school, I met a lot of people that just so happened to be doing music, and they had their own home studios at home. So we would just mess around with it and, just progress. And then finally met my fiance, and, he writes music and freestyles and stuff. So we were just kind of, hey, let's do this, and it just 3 years ago.
Was that a big decision to make that leap? Like, all right, I'm gonna pursue music full time, go all in.
Oh yeah. Because initially,
what was your thought process going into a big decision like that?
It was scary. It's really scary because I mean, realistically, the music game is it's a really hard industry. So
facts.
It's
He's an artist
it's
too.
a dog world. That it's hard. So and me, it's you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to really put yourself out there, be vulnerable and just let people see who you are. And I was still kind of in that phase of like, I'm very shy. I mean, I've always been really shy. So it just was really a huge transition for me. But after we had our kids, that's when we were like, nope, we're going to do this. Like, because we've always talked about it. We've written music, and we're just kind of like, well, what are we going to do with
put
it?
It out there,
yeah.
man.
So we're like, why not? Let's just, let's do it. So we just kind of set our mind there, and we were like, that's it. We're doing it. We're going full out. Whatever happens, happens. If we don't make it, at least we can say we did it. We tried. And
of course.
Made it as far as we come. And then, 3 years later, I've accomplished so much already, and I feel good.
And that was probably the hardest step, is like, all right, committing to it.
Yes.
And be like, all right, this is my thing. I'm going full speed ahead.
Yeah.
And like that's a big step not a lot of people are willing to take.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will they're a performer, they're an artist, but then they're not willing to take that extra leap. And that says something right there, just like you're willing to go that far.
Yeah. No, it's hard. I mean, even to this day, I still kind of fight with myself. Yeah. I will fight with my insecurities, or if I do so it's just a daily battle.
Syndrome. We talked about that before, imposter syndrome.
I honestly
insecure
feel like
about what you do.
Yeah, no, I feel like you're me. Like, no, seriously, everything you're saying is exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not. Don't look at me all weird. You said I'm not her. I'm not a. Niall, you get what I'm saying.
I do, because I know
He's the
you.
asshole of the show. He's the asshole. He always tries to clown me. See, man, this guy always doesn't make fun of me. Like, he's just mean to me.
Oh,
he says,
man.
Julian, fetch me some water. I'm like, okay.
It's all for love. It's tough. It's tough love.
No, seriously. I totally understand everything that you're saying.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But it's okay. That's one thing that I've always really try to tell myself, and that it's okay. That no matter how we feel about this, we may be battling with each other, but at the end of the day, as long as you feel good about it, as long as you're happy about it, then it shows. Then everyone can see that you're happy, that you're like, oh, she's doing this, she loves to do it, because it really just shows. But then if you have insecurities, then obviously people are gonna see it. So that's why it's hard, and that's why you have to just kind of let all your vulnerability out because of that,
But here's the thing, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the most vulnerable people are the ones that also, win. Like, people like that authenticity, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that in a way you can, I guess kind of play it to your advantage.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, meaning like for at least for me, I would gravitate to that more than someone that puts on a facade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nile knows, without naming names, I hate these artists. Some of these artists that put on a facade of things that they have or things that they pretend that they have and music that they don't even, you know what I mean? Like just a very like there's just a very like superficial feel that I get from not only the music but behind the scenes. So anyway, long story short, I was just going to say that I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nile?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, that's how you gain fan bases, being vulnerable, being yourself, I mean, beyond the music, like just them knowing you as a person. That's how I became, fans of, artists, is that, are they a good person to me, and then if their music's okay, like, I'll still support, but if their music's really good and they're a good person, it's like, yo, 'cause there's not a lot out there like that, you know what I mean? So I think that's what's special is about, okay, yeah, you're in an industry that's like so competitive, but I mean, to be like a genuine person and like to have love for your craft and like just being secure with yourself, I mean, yeah, you can't compare that.
It's crazy too, because not that long ago, to succeed in like music especially, but any art form, there was a lot of stress on like a persona and like the opposite of what we're saying, of like a lack of authenticity.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is your image, this is who we want everyone to view you as.
Right.
And now I think, especially mostly just because of the internet, people are like, no, I want to see, people want to see the real version of you. That's why things like YouTube and like vlogs and things, because these are just regular people, but people connect more to that.
He's so dead on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we want to see ourselves in that person in some way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to talk about real, like Tekashi, he is the epitome of someone that's extremely like authentic and real.
That's twice.
You know,
so far
completely.
I'm being entirely.
I'm keeping track now.
Thank you, Justo. Thank you.
I'm
He
being
makes me like
sarcastic.
I'm crazy.
I'm being sarcastic. So let's talk about the music real quick. You dub it as Hyphy pop.
Yes.
Okay, so
I love that title, that name.
I
of,
told
like,
her this
genre.
on IG
Like, that's
Live.
cool. I've never heard that before until
Thank you.
That's really cool.
Do you like when you are like putting your music, let's say it's like on iTunes, like like your personal iTunes, do you go in genre and change it to Hyphy pop?
I mean, yeah, I would love to. Right now, I'm still in
Like
the
I mean, like
transitioning
totally,
process.
yeah.
I'm still in the transitioning process. But I am definitely trying to make myself known for Hyphy pop for sure.
Word.
So yeah, I think once I release more music, then I'll be able to like really.
How would you define it?
I grew up in the Bay Area. No, it's just like
We all know
it's cool.
pop music. We all know hyphy music, but what is it about the two that's able to like merge together?
It's honestly, it's all about like where the hyphy comes from is just all about the energy, the feeling, the beat, just all of it. But then pop gives it that lyrical aspect of it, that difference into it. And because it's not just rapping, it's singing in just a whole different mindset. You know what I mean? So.
I think that for people that don't live in the Bay Area, they're not blessed to just like kind of get a vibe of what the culture is about. You know what I mean? Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's just so many different, like everyone from different ethnic backgrounds. We all kind of get along. It's kind of like a melting pot of cultures, and that kind of bleeds into the music and just the fabric of everything. So Hyphy is like, I think I told you like last week, to me it's like attitude, right? Keezy, shout out to Keezy. Remember he was saying in the beginning, Hyphy was like derogatory. Man, you're too hyphy right now, man. You got to get in my car. You're too hyphy. But then it turned into like, like this movement.
Like a turn up.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? So kind of like, every city has its own, well, most big cities have its own culture. Like Chicago has the drill, right? It's no different than the Bay Area and Hyphy.
Right. Well, and I think it's appropriate because she's from the Bay, so like it would be hella weird if she was like from Kansas calling it like.
See, you said it, but you get what I'm saying. Like you've only been in the Bay how long? 2 years? 1 year?
2 years.
He said hella.
It's catching on.
I mean, I've been saying hella.
It's catching on.
I've been
Have you?
saying hella, but I was saying like
got
hella
it.
is like part of like normal like vocabulary.
I never have.
Now I'm
Out
sure
of
it
here?
started in the Bay, but people all over. People
in Arizona were people saying hella.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I'm just
yeah.
I'm
Because
saying you're wrong.
I go to New York and people are
Yeah.
like, what the hell is hella?
I was
Exactly.
Gonna say, I was gonna say the same thing. When I went to New York, people looked at me like, "Oh yeah, you're from California, huh?"
They're like,
Right.
people in New York be like, get the fuck out of here.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Arizona is a melting pot too.
Get the fuck
so.
out of
Get
here.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York, that's a whole different flavor over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of culture, real quick, you got to go to Boston. Every stereotype.
Boston.
Oh my God, they will
Boston.
they will honk at you. They will roll down the window and threaten your life if you're driving if you're not driving at least 70. Wow. Like I had my life threatened probably like 5 times coming out the airport.
Oh my God.
It's like that here too. I can't go more.
Out the airport?
Yes.
At the airport.
Dang.
Yeah, I was driving out the airport. They're like, they're like, speed up. What are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you, Asian? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They did not tell you that.
Damn.
No, I made that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm about to say.
over
I mean, it's believable, but I want to confirm.
But yeah, man. So I actually appreciate the different experiences and culture when you travel to different cities. But I mean, there's no better place to be here, man. It's a blessing, and I'm not just saying that because we live here. It's just it's really cool. Yeah. Hey, can you share one of your experiences? Maybe one of because you were talking about just a moments ago one of the biggest hurdles you've had. Are you cool with sharing maybe an experience you've had, one of the toughest, maybe a struggle?
Yeah.
Maybe a win, maybe an L. I don't know.
Oh man, let me think.
Because there are no L's.
Yeah.
It's all a learning experience, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I got that from him.
L is for learning, not losing.
L is for learning.
See,
yes.
See, we're so quick.
Bam. That's a t-shirt right there.
That's a t-shirt.
L
We're
is
gonna
for
put that on a
learning.
t-shirt.
This is good, bro. This guy, man.
We're gonna sell that in 2 months.
You
Keep an
guys
eye
just
out.
making us look good. All right.
One of my struggles. Let me think.
Well, L, learning. How about that? Yeah.
What's a big a major lesson you've learned since you've gone full time? I guess there's another way of looking at it. It's a hard one, huh?
That's a tough
It
ass
is.
question.
I
So
really
when's the
think
last time
about
you
it,
lost in life?
Have you?
I don't try to think about it.
I got a list.
I wanted to ask this. How about being a woman in the game? How has that worked out?
Honestly, no. I can kind of pitch in with that. So initially, because I do pop music, so and the Bay Area is, just mainly hip hop, R&B.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been one of the biggest things for me out here, because it's always been about trying to reach out to people and see if they take the chance to listen to your song, so that's just kind of been the biggest struggle, especially as a female, because a lot of the times they just don't really want to give you the chance. So I think that's just been one of the biggest things, but you just gotta have that mindset of I don't give a
on to the next one.
Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna just keep pushing. Somebody will like it. I know somebody. I'll keep reaching out. Whatever.
I think that's where where you come from, keying using the word hyphy pop, something that no one else really uses. I think really sets you apart.
Yeah.
So being different is a big deal in any sort of art form.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good lane you chose, choosing something that no one else really says or really knows about.
And it's funny because that's actually my brand statement is be different.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
that I'm very pro that, because it's just, I feel like a lot of people don't, as much as people say that they see a lot of diversity and all of that, they still find ways to kind of push it away. So, people get scared to be able to be themselves and be different and be open about it. So,
it's scary.
It is.
To be your it sounds simple, but be yourself. I don't want to be myself. That's terrifying.
What does that look like?
Right.
How are
I
people gonna
suck.
accept
No one
me?
wants to look.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that.
So I definitely really try to reach into that more, and I've always felt like I was different, and growing up, I was always very quiet and very into my music, just kind of kept to myself. But then once I've kind of been able to open up, I started doing a lot of things. I got piercings, I got tattoos, I started cutting my hair. There was one time I went short pixie and then started dyeing it, doing all these different things, to the point where I was like, this is what I like. This is who I am. And if you guys accept it, then so that's what's up. That's dope. But if you guys don't, then who are you to tell me if you accept me or not? Because I do.
Hell yeah.
So
Badass.
What is a win in the past 3.5 years for you?
What is a win?
W,
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an L.
That's a lot.
Where's a W?
Oh, there's a lot.
That's a
Okay.
lot. I feel like this
That's
past
amazing.
year has been just up and up and up and up. So I got a feature. I had actually quite a few features with a lot of Bay Area artists that are well known here.
Mr. Fab.
Mr. Fab, one
Saw
of them. HBK Skipper. I have Rappin' Forte, Roach Gigs. Wow.
Damn.
Who else?
How do you are they reaching out to you, or are you putting us out?
So the first one, so before I got the feature with Fab, I actually so I go to this producer. He goes by JMO. Shout out JMO. So I've been going with him for a while, and so I've been just getting better with him, and then eventually he hit me up and he said, hey, there's this rapper that is doing a song with certain artists. They need a female feature. If you're interested. I said, shoot it my way. Let's go. So then, he ended up sending me the song, and then he ended up telling me, yeah, this feature is with Rappin' Forte and Roach Gigs. And I was like, oh my God, I listened to them growing up. So, I was just cool. Like, hell to the fucking yes, let's do this. So, I did the hook for them. And then after that, I became good friends with the rapper. He goes by Jack Rocks. And then eventually he hit me up again, and he was like, hey, I need you on another feature. This time it's HBK Skipper. And I was like, dude, yeah, let's do this, So
it's all word of mouth, man.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's, if they like what they hear, if they, they're willing to work with you more, so I have a couple of other songs that I have with him that'll be coming out soon. And then, after that, I'm with this company called Gaugr. Yeah. And with them, I've been working with them for 2 years now. So everything's kind of been really good, and, they actually helped me out get Fab's feature. And, we were able to do that, got the video, and things just kind of started skyrocketing after that.
Yeah, so, just up. More people see you probably.
So you did a video with Mr. Fab?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Shout out Dope Era, by the way. He's got a clothing store too in Oakland called Dope Era brand.
Word. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Word.
Yeah, man. We're going to work on something because, Drake. We're going to work on some. What? Why? You don't think I know Drake?
Laughs all of a sudden.
Why?
It's got to feature Juju.
Why?
It's got to feature Juju.
It's got to be in the feature.
Man, people don't know 99 Juju. That's my name. Anyway, what I'm saying is, let me work on it, man.
Free 99 Juju.
I got some names in here, man. I
believe you, man.
You were clowning me remember, last episode for having some people in my names. You said I had Kanye in here, so why can't I have
Logic
Drake?
in his DMs. He's DMing Logic. Yo, congrats.
I do have Logic.
Yo,
in my
I
phone.
know Logic. You DMing Logic first,
bro. It's not about me, it's about her, but I got Logic and I got Lindsay Lohan, so there.
Lindsay Lohan?
Bro.
I'm hella random.
If you don't get Lindsay Lohan on this podcast ASAP,
for real.
Well,
I want to know where she's been.
Well, I kind of snuck her number. I don't really know her. So I kind of prank call her every now and then. I be calling her like at 3 a.m. She'd be like, hello, and then I click just to hear her voice, and it's her.
You're just breathing.
Bro, a listener? Yeah, no, I've done that. A listener from an old radio station gave me her number. I didn't believe it, and I called it one time at 3 a.m. Hello. It's like that drunk voice, and she sounds kind of like a dude. It was her.
Oh, my God.
I hit click.
The worst.
Yes. I'll show it to you later after the podcast.
I can't believe a word you say.
I need to.
We all need to confirm this after.
Believe it.
Yeah.
We're going to call it, too.
Believe it.